Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is for my random Friday, and I kind of just wanted to sit with you guys and talk with you guys about my why. Why do we vlog? Why do we have a daily vlog? Why do I have my own channel, and why am I having the goal of putting these videos up? Why do my kids have a channel, and why do they have the goal of putting up their own videos? Why do I do certain things? Why am I going to school? Why am I becoming certified to become a doula? Why am I doing all these things? Why am I so into essential oils? Just all these things. And I figured it would be nice to sit down and kind of go through them and talk about my why. And I can tell you right now, the majority of my why is my family. We'll start with the daily vlog. As some of you may know, my family puts up a daily vlog, and the link is down below. It's called The Glass is Half Full, and they may not be the best videos ever every single day, and they may not be super long videos every single day, and I have shortcomings when it comes to the daily vlog. Sometimes I forget to pick up the camera until late into the evening, and you just get me kind of giving you guys a lowdown of what happens during the day. The why on why I do it, even if it's just me talking for 5 minutes, giving you guys a lowdown, is because that is our family's journal. My husband and I, we are not very good journal keepers. We don't sit down every Sunday and write down everything that happens. Oh my goodness. Sorry, got another text message. And so we take the opportunity with our daily vlogs as our journal, and so we can look back, and it's been nice. We have over 200 videos on our daily vlog, and we started doing our daily vlog almost a year ago, and it wasn't daily for a while because things kind of just happened and fell away. And I feel like going back through my videos, I truly do feel like I'm missing a chunk of our family's history with that. And it's nice to be able to go back and see when Shane wasn't walking, he was just crawling or just scooting around, because he used to do this army crawl. He didn't know how to crawl for actually a very long time, like actually up on his hands and knees. He did the wounded soldier one arm army crawl, and it's nice to go back and see those videos and just see the past. And it's nice that we put them up on the YouTube channel because we've invited our family to view those videos so that they can see what our family is up to, and they can stay connected with us in that way. So that is one of the big whys on why we do our daily vlog. We also initially started doing daily vlogs because Cole was just having a really hard time finding an appropriate outlet. He had to get really worked up, and we figured doing a vlog would be a nice way for him to creatively release some of that energy. And so that's why we started the daily vlog as well, because he was very into watching daily YouTubers, and he wanted to do that, and we figured it would be a nice creative outlet for him. So that was a big why. Eventually, where we want to take our daily vlog, at least it would be nice, is if we can actually start getting paid to do it. Not necessarily as a full-time income paid, but enough where we can put, some money into savings and stuff like that. Like that would be really nice for us. So now on to my kids' channel. Why did we starting this year? Why am I having my kids do their own YouTube channel? Again, it's for a creative outlet for my kids, and they love doing it. Ira loves playing board games, and that's why he reviews board games on his channel. And again, their channel is linked down below. It's called The Glass is Half Full Kids Corner, and he loves doing it. Do I have to guide him on what to say some of the times? Yeah, he's only 4 years old, but he loves doing it and he loves playing the games. There were times that after Chris was done with work, he would ask Chris to just come and be in his bedroom with him so that they could play games together. And he loves board games, and he loves playing games with people. So that's why he does the board games. Cole is a little bit more specific. He's in kindergarten, and he is literally, this is not a I'm gonna be a braggy mommy moment. He is literally at the top of his class. He is the smartest kid in his class. He knows how to read, and he's known how to read pretty much since he's gotten into kindergarten. They actually finally did, a few months ago, they did a reading test with him to see where his reading levels were at. And the teacher tried to use the kindergarten reading level kind of grading system, and he tested out of the kindergarten level. And so she had to go to higher teachers to figure out how to see where he's at with his grading, with his reading level. And so I forget the program that they use, but they took the score. Chris is kind of back in the kitchen. He said it's called the Lexile score. And so he took a test where he literally he was in front of a computer, and he read like a paragraph, and then he would have to answer a question about the paragraph. And the questions would progressively get harder, and if he got one wrong, then it would kind of back off and get a little easier, and then it would get a little harder until he settled into a spot where that's where he was at. And I can't remember his exact score, but his score, Chris was saying 273, he thinks. Well, and it doesn't really matter what the exact score was. Pretty much what it said was that he was at a first grade level reading, but almost to the second grade level. And this was, like I said, a few months ago, and his reading has gotten better since then. And so it was him doing these book reviews is an opportunity for him to sit down and with me to read a book, and then not only read a book, he gets to analyze the book, because in school they talk about what is good literature. What kind of story, what kind of book is this? Is it a narrative? Is it informative? And so this is a kind of a sneaky way for me to incorporate with him what he's learning at school and to apply it in his life and to have fun by reading a story. And so he has 2 of those book reviews up on his channel right now. And I have a feeling I'm going to go back to those over and over again just as a mom, and to see how far he's come, and just to watch in amazement him, because his reading is amazing and he's so animated when he reads. And so the why with their channel is because it's going to help them grow. And again, it would be nice if one day they can get paid to have that channel. And if they could take some of that money and apply it to, in our church, young men go on missions when they are now 18, 19 years old. And so if they're able to start getting paid now doing this, and they can pay their tithing, which is 10% of what they earn, and then put some money aside for a mission, by the time they're that old, they can have the majority, if not all, of their missions saved up for. And that would just be awesome, that they can know and they can feel that accomplishment, that they earned that they are paying for their mission. And we will help if we need to. But I think it would be awesome. Like, that is an awesome why, that they can pay for their own mission by doing this channel. And so we're looking into that. So we've done the why with the daily vlog, the why do my kids have their own vlog, why do I go to school, why am I a student? Again, this is for my family. I want to help support my family. My husband is not forcing me to go to school. He's told me on many occasions that this is my choice, that I don't have to do this, that he will provide for our family, and he does. He provides for our family. I want to go to school, and I want to be a special education teacher. And I think part of that reason, so another part of my why, I grew up in a family full of special needs kids. I had a brother who was a shaken baby. He was adopted and wasn't even expected to live. And he is now in high school, and he's an amazing kid, an amazing kid. Does he still have issues? Yeah. A lot of my siblings, actually all of my siblings who are adopted, kind of have some issue. And then after high school, I went to school for a year, and then I came home before I went off to a different college. And for a semester, I was a substitute teacher's aide, and I spent a lot of time in what was called the low incidence classroom. And I fell in love with these kids. I fell in love with these kids. These are the kids that are in, they're medically fragile. Usually you'll see more like the Down syndrome, or the kids in wheelchairs and the kids that can't speak. They're, so just those kind of kids. But there is a light in these kids' eyes. I can't explain it. But it's as if Satan can't touch them. Can they do wrong things? Yeah. Should they be punished for doing things that are wrong? Definitely. They still need to learn. But you'll never be able to make that light in their eyes just dwindle. It's there. And so that's kind of my why with this. I'm drawn to special education. It's something that I feel very passionately about. And so that is why I'm going to school, to help support my family, and to fulfill a calling that I really feel like I'm called to do, to be a special, not just a teacher, but a special ed teacher. Why do I want to become a doula then? If I feel so drawn to becoming a teacher, why do I want to be a doula? Again, there's like this I feel drawn to it. I feel drawn to a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie. My husband's over there laughing because he can attest. I feel drawn to a lot of different things. And if I really, really stopped and focused on one thing, I could probably really excel at that one thing. But I figured I would stop and focus on kind of 3 things. And they kind of, 2 of them go hand in hand. But with the doula, with Shane, I did what was called a hypnobirth. And it was amazing. And I have friends around me right now that are pregnant, and I was able to talk to them and be like, this is how I did it, and they asked questions and I was able to answer them. And then I did some research to try to figure out support here where we live for them, and there's nothing here. There is nothing where I live for them to support this. Give me just a second. And so that fact alone made me really look into becoming a doula, because then I can be that support for these women. And I think it can also help fulfill a short-term kind of a need for our family, where I can actually do the certification within a few months and get certified to do this, and then get paid to be a doula. And then when I do become a teacher, I would probably just take clients for being the doula during the summer months when I'm not teaching. But my why for that, again, it's with my family, to help support my family. My family is a big, big part of everything. I think about them constantly when I'm making decisions. And just I feel the need to help other women feel empowered by their births, and to birth without fear. Fear is a big thing in the birthing world, and it doesn't need to be. And if you don't have fear going into it, it's as if the pain kind of goes away, because birth can be painful, but that's only if you really fear it. If you don't fear it, and you can start changing your attitude about it. You can start, like I said, I'm very passionate about this. You can start focusing on, instead of pain, it's more pressure. You're having pressure waves, not contractions. And that change of thought really helps with how you're actually feeling things. So that's kind of my why with why do I want to be a doula. Why do I use the essential oils, and why I really do want to start focusing again on being a wellness advocate. I love doing these videos and everything about essential oils because they work. I'm very limited on what I can say, honestly, and that kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. It really sucks that I am very limited because of what's called compliance. I have a video about it, on what I can truly say essential oils do. I can tell you that essential oils help your body function the way that it's supposed to function. So you can take an oil to help with your respiratory system, and it's going to help it function the way that it's supposed to function. It won't heal anything, but it'll help it function the way it's supposed to function. But I do essential oils for my family. Like that's the biggest thing, for my family. And it'll be nice if eventually I can earn money with the essential oils, but for the most part, they are there for my family and for my friends who need them. I had a friend text me today asking to borrow an oil for a certain purpose, and I was able to let her borrow that oil, and it was there for her to use to help her family. And that felt really nice that I was able to do that. And so it's like going all sorts of focusing here. So that's my why with the doTERRA oils, and I hope that made sense with everything. My why is on why I do what I do. I guess I should throw in one more why. Why do I love being a mother? I think that's the biggest one here. I love my kids. I thought Chris just said something to me. He's like on the other couch with his hands behind his back, like pulling stuff from the crevices of the couch. Hey, I found something. Look at that.
What was the choice of having kids?
Don't you love being a mom? I love my kids very, very much, and they are definitely the joy of my life, and I'm not gonna cry. I love watching them grow up. I've always wanted to be a mom. I've always wanted to be a mother and to feel that love that you can have for a child. And it's wonderful. You can't even put it into words, your why, truly, of why you want to be a mom and why you do what you do for your kids, other than you love them. And I think that's the biggest thing. So I hope you guys are able to sit down sometime, possibly, and think about the big things that you do in your life, and maybe some of the things that you want to do, and why do you want to do them. And if you sit down and you realize that your reasons aren't that great, maybe you should rethink what you're doing. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe to my channel and go check out the other channels from the links below. My husband has a channel as well. He doesn't post things very often, but when he does, people love it because he posts band stuff when he goes to concerts. And so I'm sure his videos get way more likes than any of my videos that will ever get. So please check out the videos below, or more views. And I will see you guys on Monday with doTERRA Monday. Bye.